Hello everyone, and welcome to Colorful Twilight. I thank you for taking the time to listen to this very important discussion today. In this video, I will present in-depth information that I have gathered from the latest research, clinical experience, and credible statistical data regarding 5 types of foods that, if consumed continuously, can accelerate the aging process in seniors. I know that each of us longs for a healthy, long, and meaningful life, especially at an age when we are no longer young. However, the reality is that there are many eating habits we consider normal that, in secret, erode our health and hasten aging. This information is not meant to scare you. Rather, it serves as an important warning, so that we can make smarter choices in our daily lives. The first part of this discussion will delve deeply into how the aging process works and the role of nutrition in it. We will examine the biological perspective, explaining in detail how each type of food affects our cells, tissues, and organ functions. Next, I will break down the 5 categories of foods that seniors should avoid if they wish to maintain optimal quality of life and prevent premature aging. Section 1. The fundamentals of aging and nutrition. As we age, our bodies undergo various physiological changes. One of the most noticeable changes is the decline in metabolism. A slowed metabolism means that the body no longer processes energy efficiently, so the excess energy is stored as fat and triggers chronic inflammation. In addition, muscle mass tends to gradually decrease, resulting in reduced strength and stamina. This process is often exacerbated by unhealthy eating habits. Nutrition plays a crucial role in supporting cell regeneration. Our bodies are constantly repairing and replacing damaged cells. Proteins, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants are the main components that support this process. However, if we consume foods containing harmful substances such as excessive sugar or trans fats, our cells are burdened with additional oxidative stress and inflammation, ultimately accelerating aging. In this context, I will discuss 5 categories of foods whose harmful effects are often not fully recognized, yet are extremely dangerous for seniors' health. Each category will be explained in detail, from its damaging mechanism, to supporting scientific evidence, to real case studies that demonstrate significant improvements when these foods are avoided. Section 2. Excess sugar and sugary beverages. Let's begin with sugar. Sugar has long been known as a major cause of various metabolic diseases. But did you know that excessive sugar consumption not only causes obesity or diabetes, but can also accelerate aging? When we consume sugar, especially in large amounts on a regular basis, our body experiences a spike in blood glucose levels. This spike triggers a process known as glycation, where sugar reacts with proteins and fats to form compounds called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These AGEs then damage the structure of collagen and elastin in the skin, causing the skin to wrinkle, stiffen, and lose elasticity. Not only that, AGEs also play a role in damaging blood vessels, which increases the risk of heart disease, stroke, and cognitive disorders. Research published in prominent journals has shown that consumers of sugary beverages and high-sugar foods experience skin aging at a significantly faster rate compared to those who limit sugar intake. Moreover, sugar also causes drastic fluctuations in blood sugar levels. These fluctuations add stress to the pancreas, trigger insulin resistance, and eventually increase the risk of type 2 diabetes. For seniors, the risk of diabetes is particularly concerning because its complications, such as nerve damage, vision impairment, and cardiovascular disease, can be very serious. To prevent these issues, the main solution is to significantly reduce sugar intake. Replace sodas, sugary juices, and sweet foods with healthier alternatives such as water, unsweetened herbal tea, and fresh fruits. Reducing sugar consumption will not only lower the risk of metabolic diseases, but also help maintain youthful and elastic skin. I want to emphasize that even small changes in sugar intake can have a major impact on long-term health. A study from the Harvard School of Public Health states that by reducing sugar consumption, one can potentially increase life expectancy by several years. Imagine that with every reduction of just 1 teaspoon of sugar, you are building a healthier future. Section 3. Processed foods and fast food. Now let's move on to processed foods and fast food. In this modern era, the convenience of fast food makes many people including seniors, fall into unhealthy consumption habits. Processed foods contain various additives such as preservatives, artificial colors, and chemicals designed to extend shelf life. However, these substances have very detrimental effects on the body. International research has revealed that processed foods can trigger chronic inflammation in the body. This inflammation occurs because the additives are not easily digested, causing a sustained inflammatory response. If left unchecked, this condition can lead to various degenerative diseases, such as heart disease, cancer, and even neurodegenerative disorders like Alzheimer's. In a large study involving thousands of European seniors, it was found that those who routinely consumed fast food had a higher risk of experiencing cognitive decline and other chronic health issues. One of the most alarming aspects is how processed foods can disrupt the balance of the gut microbiome. The microorganisms in our gut play a vital role in our immune and digestive systems. Overprocessed foods often contain substances that kill beneficial gut bacteria, leading to dysbiosis. This dysbiosis then contributes to systemic inflammation, which accelerates cellular aging. Imagine that each time you consume fast food, your body is exposed to chemicals that slowly destroy thousands of cells, gradually undermining your health's foundation. To combat this, it is essential to switch to fresh foods that are minimally processed. Prioritize home-cooked meals using organic and natural ingredients. You do not need to completely avoid convenient food, but try to reduce its frequency and always pay attention to the quality of the ingredients used. Section 4. Excess salt. Salt is a seasoning that is inseparable from our cooking, yet excessive salt consumption is one of the primary causes of hypertension. In seniors, kidney function naturally declines with age, reducing the body's ability to excrete excess salt. As a result, too much salt causes fluid retention, which increases blood pressure and puts extra strain on the heart. Studies from the American Heart Association indicate that reducing salt intake can significantly lower blood pressure and decrease the risk of stroke and heart disease. However, most processed and fast foods contain alarmingly high levels of salt, often far exceeding the recommended daily allowance. Even many everyday foods, such as sauces, bread, and canned goods, contain hidden salt. To reduce this risk, I advise everyone to start habitually reading nutrition labels and monitoring their daily salt intake. Use natural spices such as pepper, turmeric, garlic instead of salt to enhance flavor, without burdening your body with excess sodium. Research has shown that individuals who reduce their salt consumption to recommended levels are more likely to live longer with better overall health. Section 5. High-calorie foods with low nutritional value. High-calorie foods that are low in nutrition, such as sweet snacks, chips, and processed light meals, are a hidden enemy in many seniors' diets. These foods provide instant energy, but rarely supply the vitamins, minerals, or fiber needed for cell regeneration and tissue repair. Constant consumption of such foods can lead to unhealthy weight gain, increased risk of diabetes, and even worsen heart conditions. This phenomenon is often referred to as empty calories. Although these foods are delicious and tempting, they contribute nothing positive to your health. Epidemiological studies have shown that diets dominated by processed foods with empty calories are associated with increased inflammation and reduced metabolic function. Ultimately, this leads to a weakened immune system, decreased energy levels, and an accelerated aging process. The solution to this problem is to replace unhealthy snacks with more nutritious alternatives. For example, choose fresh fruits, cut vegetables, nuts, and low-fat yogurt as snacks that not only satisfy hunger, but also provide essential nutrients for your body. Additionally, controlling portion sizes and avoiding mindless snacking, especially when distracted by television or electronic devices, is key. This fifth section is a turning point in our discussion. I want to emphasize how crucial every small decision regarding your food intake is. Every bite you choose can have long-term impacts that determine your quality of life in later years. In-depth discussion, case studies, and psychological impact. Throughout this discussion, I invite you not only to view the data and facts, but also to feel the emotional and psychological impact of poor eating habits. Many seniors have experienced drastic changes in their quality of life due to poor diets. I will share several real case studies and compelling testimonials to help you fully understand how the wrong foods can damage both body and mind. One interesting study comes from a senior community in Europe. In that community, seniors who consumed fresh foods and avoided processed foods reported increased energy, improved skin condition, and even enhanced cognitive function. In contrast, those who continued to rely on fast food and high-sugar snacks experienced significant declines in quality of life. These stories are not mere statistics. They are real experiences that affect one's psychology and self-confidence. When we talk about aging, we are not merely discussing wrinkles or decreased physical strength, but also the loss of hope and the spirit of life. Many seniors feel that they have lost control over their bodies, as if time is running too fast without giving them a chance to enjoy every moment. This is why the information I share today is so crucial. By understanding and changing your eating habits, you can regain control over your life. You can feel more energetic, younger, and more capable of facing life's challenges in your later years. Every point I present here is backed by scientific research and statistical data. For instance, a study published in the journal Nutrition and Aging found that reducing sugar and processed food intake can slow down cellular aging. Other research shows that reducing salt in the diet can significantly lower blood pressure, contributing to a reduced risk of cardiovascular disease. Furthermore, I want to stress that lifestyle changes are not always easy. Many psychological factors affect our decisions about what to eat. Stress, habits, and even advertising by the food industry can make it difficult to switch to healthier options. This is where education and emotional support play a critical role. I urge you to view every small change as a big victory, because every step toward a healthier diet is an investment in your future. The importance of consistency and self-education. Changing your diet and lifestyle does not happen overnight. It requires consistency, patience, and a long-term commitment. Self-education is also vital. The field of health is continuously evolving, and new information about proper nutrition is always emerging. Therefore, I encourage you to keep seeking new knowledge, reading health literature, and consulting with nutrition experts if needed. With the right information, you can make smarter, well-informed decisions about what goes into your body. I also invite you to share your experiences. Have you ever experienced a significant change in your health after altering your diet? How did your family react? These stories not only inspire others, but also provide concrete evidence that change is possible and can yield remarkable results, integrating information and practical implementation. Throughout this video, I have provided detailed information about the 5 types of foods to avoid. However, knowing this information is not enough. What is most important is to implement these changes in your daily life. I will offer some practical steps that you can start applying immediately. 1. Keep a food journal. Record what you eat every day, and notice any patterns that might need to change. You'll begin by replacing one harmful food with a healthy alternative. For example, if you are accustomed to eating fast food, try cooking a home-cooked meal with fresh ingredients once a week. 3. Set realistic small goals, such as gradually reducing your sugar intake over the course of a month. 4. Involve your family and friends to support your changes. Social support is crucial in maintaining consistency. 5. Regularly evaluate your health through routine checkups, and use the results as motivation to keep improving. Psychological impact of changing your diet. Not only will your physical health improve, but your mental well-being will also see significant enhancements. When your body receives proper nutrition, you will feel more energetic, your mind will become clearer, and your overall mood will improve. Your self-confidence will grow because you know that every choice you make is for your own benefit. Many seniors report feeling rejuvenated after changing their eating habits, as their bodies no longer feel heavy and sluggish. This positive change also impacts your social relationships. When you feel healthier and happier, you are more likely to engage with others. This is essential because social interaction is also a key factor in slowing down aging and maintaining mental health. When you feel better physically and mentally, you can enjoy your time with family, friends, and the community more fully and meaningfully. Reflection and call to action. At the end of this discussion, I invite you to take a moment to reflect. Every time we choose what to eat, we are actually choosing the quality of our future lives. Do not let harmful eating habits erode your potential. Remember, even small changes today can have a huge impact on your future. If you have listened carefully to this video, I hope you were inspired to start making positive changes in your diet and lifestyle. The information I share is not meant to scare you, but to serve as an urgent warning so you can take preventive measures before it's too late. I believe that with the right knowledge and the will to change, you can enjoy your later years with better health, greater happiness, and deeper meaning. Final words. Thank you for listening to this comprehensive and in-depth discussion on the 5 foods that can secretly accelerate aging in seniors. I am grateful to each of you who has chosen to spend your time with me today. If you find this information valuable, please support us by liking this video, sharing it with your family and friends, and subscribing to Colorful Twilight. For more tips and inspiration on health and lifestyle, I truly appreciate every comment and question you leave, as they help me create content that is increasingly relevant and beneficial in the future. Remember, health is the best investment you can make. It is never too late to start living a healthier life. Every food choice you make is a step toward a better future. Let us all strive to live our later years with energy, health, and joy. Thank you for watching, and always take good care of your health.